Wanted to speak with Aptera Owners Club. A few days ago, uh, Walter Isaacson released his book, the biopic on Elon Musk. It was released on September 12th, 2023. If you want to read it, I'll put a link to it in the descriptions below. But mainly, I wanted to talk about it. Well, it's an interesting book. It's the same guy who wrote the biography of Steve Jobs, who is another kind of mercurial entrepreneur, founder figure, similar to Elon Musk in having some pretty demanding work culture and being pretty blunt and somewhat rude to the people around him. But no one can deny that they have been kind of visionaries in their respective fields. But what's interesting about this book is that inside the book they talk about the Robotaxi, which has been kind of a long time obsession of Musk's. And there is an early drawing of this Robotaxi. And if you look at this blown up picture of it, you can kind of get the impression that it might be a three-wheeler. It looks like it's two wheels in the front and possibly one wheel in the back, very similar to the Aptera. It's also a two-seater. There's no space for a second row in here, so it's a two-seater and looks like possibly a three-wheeled vehicle. However, unfortunately, if you look at this early kind of cardboard balsa wood mock-up of the Robotaxi, it is pretty clear that it's a four-wheeled vehicle, and there's space here for the luggage and things like that. So this looks like this is a four-wheeled vehicle, just that the rear wheels are completely enclosed, and in this view, the complete, like a straight side view, it's hard to tell that it's not a four-wheeled vehicle. And I think this is a good design for the Robotaxi. And what's interesting is if you look at this article from Axios, which I'll link as well, um, there was always this Tesla master plan. And the master plan was to eventually build a very cheap vehicle that would become a very mass market vehicle. Initially, it was supposed to be the Model 3, which was supposed to be like a $30,000 car, $35,000 car, but you can't really buy that thing for less than $40,000 now. And there's been this widely suspected $25,000 electric car, which people are calling the Model 2. And initially, Elon said that he was not interested in that anymore, that he wanted to really go in on the Robotaxi because he thought that the Robotaxi is going to be what would make Tesla a $10 trillion company. And he said, oh, 100 years from now, the Robotaxi is what we're going to talk about. And then the designers wanted to make a car that had controls, but Musk said, no, I don't want any pedals, no steering wheel, no mirrors. I want it full autonomous. We want to go full in on it. But eventually, I think that his lieutenants and the executives of his company kind of convinced him that they could build the $25,000 Tesla 2 and the Robotaxi on the same engineering platform and make it very similar. So if these early renders of this Robotaxi are true, this may be what the Model 2 also looks like similarly. Now, does that mean the Model 2 is going to be a two-passenger vehicle? I find that pretty unlikely, but there's probably going to be some similarities. I think for a Robotaxi, a two-passenger vehicle makes sense because it'll be much smaller and lighter, and most most ride shares are going to be single-passenger vehicles. But eventually his lieutenants told him that they could build both the Robotaxi and the $25,000 Tesla Model 2 on the same assembly line using the same platform, and they showed him designs that were somewhat similar to the Cybertruck, maybe not being so angular and stuff, but looking very futuristic. And I would say that this does look very futuristic. And then I think it was greenlit that they would go for both vehicles at the same time. So this was data back from about a year ago. And so this may not reflect what it's doing now. And a lot of people think that this is what it's going to look like. But I think that this is probably not what it's going to look like now. But it'll be pretty exciting to see if the Tesla Model 2 looks like this, if and when it comes out. But if you're interested in the book, this is the book, and I will link the Axios article in the link below as well. And I thought this was a pretty quick, easy read, and pretty interesting. But yeah, when I first saw this, I think many of you guys thought this was a three-wheeler like the Aptera, but I think that this picture makes it pretty clear that it's not. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.